Alright, so I genuinely believe that most people who own an iPad hardly pick them up, and as someone who has two iPads myself, I almost don't even remember where they are, so I always have to look for them when I need to do something related to school. What I'm trying to say is the only reason I own an iPad is because I am still a student. Now don't get me wrong, iPads could be used in many other use cases. The one I have is the M2 iPad Air, and I have tried to make it fit into my workflow several times, but taking lecture notes for classes and handling school related tasks is the only thing that seems practical. At 11 inches, my unit has 128 gigabytes of storage, and I'm using it with a magnetic case and stylus pen from ESR. I'm not going to lie, that's pretty much all I need to make this work. My M2 iPad Air for me is a light companion to carry around. It's the same design as the latest one from Apple, so this also applies to new buyers as well. It's a design that will fit to a variety of accessories depending on your preference, of course. You could get a keyboard case to get the most out of it. I personally just like to keep things simple, so a stylus pen and a case is all I need. The body is made of aluminum, which is the standard, and it has a touch ID on the power button, which makes it very convenient to unlock and has a fast response time. Speakers on the top and bottom for surround audio that actually sounds good with clear and balanced sound, and it uses a USB-C port for charging and cable connection. The overall design is pretty standard for a note-taking device that can also be used for other forms of productivity and media consumption. Since its slim profile is carry-on friendly, it doesn't hurt to throw it in my bag along with my laptop even when I have no plan to use it, just in case. Now, like I said, I only remember that I have an iPad when I need to take notes for class, so I sometimes forget to charge it for days. This is why having a portable power bank is always a lifesaver. My go-to has been the INIU power bank with 10,000 mAh battery. It comes in a really small pocket-sized form factor with a display that shows how much juice you have left and has a detachable USB-C cable so you don't have to look for one. It's a fast charging power bank that can juice up your iPad from 0 to 100%. I took it along with me for my trip to New York, making sure all my devices are charged at all times, and it was a lifesaver. The best part is it doesn't get warm or hot like most power banks do, so I am able to keep my M2 iPad Air juiced up on the go whenever I need to. INIU also have a MagSafe power bank for smartphones that charges wirelessly with 10,000 mAh battery, a reliable fast charging companion that doubles as a phone stand and doesn't get hot, so you know your phone is safe from overheating. I would leave a link to the INIU power bank in the description down below, so feel free to check them out, and a huge thanks to INIU for sponsoring this video. Alright, so to the display of the M2 iPad Air, I personally think the 11-inch size is the sweet spot for multitasking, and I am not talking about the new desktop mode because I'm actually not a fan of it after using it for some time now. Just splitting the display into two helps narrow my work focus for the most part with no clutter, whether it's note taking or reading from a text. The display feels clear and convenient with sharp text, and also the perfect display for consuming media with a resolution of 2360 by 1640 pixel at 264 ppi. True tone technology, images are vibrant with accurate colors. It's actually a display that fits into a variety of creative work like colorful drawing, color grading, professional photos, and many more. Now, to be honest, if you are not doing any of the things I just mentioned, then in my opinion, the only other reason why you would need an iPad is to take notes. If you are going to be doing anything else, just save yourself the stress and get a MacBook Air. Alright, so note taking. The app I use is called GoodNotes, a very useful tool that has transformed my college work for the better. Look, I stopped buying physical notes about 3 years ago after purchasing this one for a $5 one-time payment. It has useful writing tools like highlighting, shape drawing, annotating, drag and dropping images from textbooks. It overall just makes taking notes easier for people who prefer to write. The best part is its file management system makes it easy to organize different classes and semesters so they are easy to access when needed. And if you ever need to access an older note or topic, the search bar is just one click away. Look, this is not a sponsorship, it's just a tool that I genuinely like to use. I have mentioned it in all my iPad videos in the past, and I'm sure it will help in your academic journey. Another way the iPad has helped make studying easier for me is by switching to digital textbooks. For the most part, I just look up free versions of textbooks I need for my classes online, download the PDF and just access them on the Adobe Acrobat app. And if I really need to buy a textbook, the digital versions are usually cheaper. Plus I get to have both my notes and textbooks all on one device. Now the way I use this is by having the textbook on one side of the display and the note on the other side. It helps that the iPad Air's display has enough room for multitasking in this form. As a computer science major, I have had to tackle lots of math problems with reference to the textbook, or even writing down my logic for programming assignments. I feel like this way of tackling school tasks has been a huge part of what has helped get through overwhelming schoolwork. I personally limit the M2 iPad Air to just note-taking and organizing few other school-related tasks, but it's actually powerful enough to do more. Depending on what you're studying, this could really be all you need for school. For example, the M2 chip is powerful and should support AI capabilities, so if you use AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini, processing images and file generation should be a breeze. The point I'm trying to make is that performance will be the least of your concern with this tablet, so you'll be able to go beyond just note-taking. You can use documenting tools like word processor, Excel sheets, PowerPoint, or their Google equivalents, and it should handle everything just fine if you know your way around them on iPad. In my case, I use Notion across all my devices for productivity, from planning my day to organizing my work, and even setting schedule for things ahead of time. I feel like Notion is one of those tools that can work fine and blend into any device, so it's been my go-to. If you're considering turning this into your main device for productivity while still in school, I strongly recommend getting a Magic Keyboard or an alternate option like this one from ESR for a cheaper price. It works exactly the same way and helps get the most out of your iPad. I would also like to mention that the cameras are just as useful if you ever need them. Up to 4K 60fps on the rear and 1080p on the front. It's the perfect camera for conference calls and has center stage built in. I would usually use it to scan my handout assignment on an app called Cam Scanner, which transforms pictures into PDFs so I can turn them in before deadlines. Definitely a tool worth mentioning. Alright guys, so I would say I've been filming for a couple hours now, doing all my testings in the period of filming this video. So the battery percentage is currently at 32%. So let me just go to the settings real quick. So as you guys could see, I've been testing GoodNotes. So say for example you're taking notes all day, Adobe Acrobat, Procreate, and how much battery life do we get? Oh, so it was last charged to 95% on Monday 3 p.m, which was yesterday, and today is Tuesday. So as you guys could see, so the screen on time has been 3 hours and 21 minutes. So I'm guessing you could get up to like 5 hours of usage of screen on time, which is pretty decent if you're just going to be working for the most part. And as you guys could see, I've been mentioning throughout this video that the most app that I use for the most part is the GoodNotes app for note taking. So assuming you're a person who is going to be using it the same way, you should roughly get around 5 hours of screen on time, and which is pretty decent in my opinion. So yeah, that's my comment on the battery life. So here's the bottom line. The iPad Air has replaced all my physical notes and textbooks for the past 3 years, which has been a huge contribution to my academic progress. All you really need is the right accessories and apps to get the most out of your iPad, and if you think about it, it's an investment that could save you lots of money on a long term, so you don't have to buy new notes every semester, which can get expensive over time. I hope this video was helpful towards making the right decision. I would have the links to everything I mentioned in the description down below, so feel free to check them out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.